Hello and welcome to Premodern's Premier Tempo deck. This deck has so many names, but we've mostly settled on the solution. This is because the deck is absolutely full of answers and removal to everything, and they can also double as opponent removal when our opponent's low on life. Our creatures also offer some sort of solution, as Meddling Mage can take out key combo pieces or annoying cards, and both Lightning Angel and Exalted Angel are great against aggro decks. Many lists also play Mother of Runes as a way to protect these key creatures, however it's not in every single list. And of course, as a blue deck we're playing Counter Magic. Many lists do run Counterspell, however it's not exactly a must-have, as many decks also run one of these, but usually not both. However, you might see some additional one-ofs or two-ofs, such as Prohibit. If you are playing Memory Lapse, it's very likely you'll play these card draw spells that can help to manipulate the tops of libraries to put that card into the graveyard or shuffle it back into our opponent's deck. If you're not, then it's extremely likely that you'll be playing one of the other great blue card draw spells in the format, notably Fact or Fiction being one of the most potent. And Disenchant is becoming a must play in the format, as it's becoming more obvious that artifacts and enchantments are everywhere. We're playing all of the lands you'd expect in a 3-color deck, Pain lands, and unfortunately the only one fetch land we can play. We're also playing 5-color lands such as City of Brass and Grand Colosseum. We're also playing Reflecting Pool, as our mana base is definitely the weakest part of our deck. This deck has a lot of options depending on the metagame you're playing in and what you want to beat. These are all some great choices that you have available to you. And of course, playing blue, red and white gives us access to a crazy amount of sideboard options. Let's just say if there's something you want to beat, you have the tools to beat it. Although saying that, the most common sideboards play copies of red and blue blasts, pyroclasms and more disenchant effects, plus something to fight control. So that could be Dwarven Blast Miner or Decrees of Justice or something else. A null is also a very common sideboard card. So when playing this deck, it functions as a tempo deck, meaning we're trying to slow our opponents down while we can sneak our threats in and just back them up long enough to get in for the win. And the best way to fight this deck would be fighting the mana base. It's a real weak point of the deck. Prison cards that increase the cost of our spells or lock us out, discard, and as well, most of the removal is 1-for-1, so card advantage creatures go a real long way. Now we are definitely at the classic mid-range deck. The deck has been described as the blue rock, so really against aggro decks we're trying to burn their creatures and control the board, while against control decks we're trying to sneak our threats in and back them up with counter magic. The strengths are the absolute crazy amounts of removal and options that the deck has. It has game against everything. There's nothing that we can't come prepared for. The weaknesses are definitely the mana base, and it's not a beginner friendly deck. You do need practice to play it well. And as well, some go wide cards can really be a problem for our 1-for-1 removal. So I want to give a huge shout out to Remy Wellet, who helped me make this video. He's really good with the deck and helped to popularize it. This is his most recent list, and here's another one of his from TC decks. I do recommend you check it out, and thank you for watching and subscribe.